This is our question asked in today's SkillTrack Daily Challenge. So let us see our sample test cases. So we are given a two lines of input. The first line contains the string S1 and the second line contains the string S2, which is a space separated string. Here every character of the string S1 represents a particular word in the string S2. So here A represents this book, and then B represents this pen, and then C represents this pencil. And now again A has occurred. So this A is already referencing to book. So now here also we have book. And again C, it is already referencing to pencil. So again here pencil has occurred. And again finally B, it is already referencing to pen, and here also pen is occurred. So all the characters present in the string S1 are uniquely referencing to a particular word in the string S2. So we are printing our output as yes. So let us see our sample input 2. So here the uppercase X represents the word bat, and then the smaller case y represents the word ball, and then again the smaller case X tries to represent the bat. But it should not be like that. Every character must be representing a unique word, and every word must also be referenced by a unique character. So here the bat is represented by uppercase X, and here the bat is represented by lowercase x. So we are printing no as our output. Now let us see the sample input 3. So here the first character P represents doll, and then Q represents car, and then R represents toy. So here all the words in the string S2 are uniquely referenced by a character in S1, but in the string S1 the last character S is not referencing anything. So there are 4 characters in S1, but there are only 3 words in S2. So we are printing no as our output. Let us see the procedure which we are going to use to solve this problem. First we are going to accept our string S1, and then we are not going to accept the string S2 as a complete line. Instead we are going to accept it word by word. And after accepting every word, we are going to store it in the 0th index of the two-dimensional character array S2, and its respective representing character which is present in the S1 in the first index of the two-dimensional character array S2. And before storing it, we are going to check whether the particular word has already occurred, and if the word has already occurred, we are going to check whether it is being referenced by the same character. And if it satisfies the condition, we are going to store the word in the two-dimensional character array S2 and accept our next word. And if it fails, then we are going to print no. This is the program I have written. First I have declared 2 character arrays named S1 and temp, each of size 101. And in the next line I am creating a 2-dimensional character array named S2. And here what this last 20 means is, in every dimensions between 101 to 2 we can store up to 20 characters. So this is what this last 20 refers to. And in the next line I am accepting the string S1 as input, and then I am creating some integer variables named n and I and setting the value of n to 0. Now we are going to accept our string S2, and as we discussed, we are going to accept the string S2 word by word. So we don't know how many words would be present in S2, so we are using a while loop, and we are accepting the word in temp. We are not storing it directly in the two-dimensional array S2. So after accepting the word in temp, we are going to create a new integer variable flag and set its value to 0. And then we are going to check in the two-dimensional character array S2 whether the particular word has occurred or not. So this loop iterates from 0 to n, and the value of n is nothing but the length of the two-dimensional character array S2. Initially it would be 0, and after every iteration the value of n would be increasing dynamically. So whenever we are accepting word, we would be traversing through the two-dimensional character array S2. Within the loop, every word must be represented by same character, or every character must be pointing to the same word. And if this condition is not satisfied, we are going to set the value of flag to 1. So here we can see that we are comparing the accepted word which is stored in temp with the 0th index of S2. So this 0 is to represent the 0th position. So what this means is the first index 0th position will be having the character. So we are checking it with S1, and if this condition is equal and this condition is not equal, or this condition is equal and this condition is not equal, we are going to make our flag value to 1. After the execution of for loop, we are going to check whether the value of flag is equal to 0 or not. And if the value of flag is equal to 0, then it means that we have found a new word with new referencing character. So we are storing it in the 0th index of the two-dimensional character array S2, and we are storing the respective character in the first index 0th position of the two-dimensional character array S2. Or else we are going to print no and terminate our program using exit 0. If the value of flag is 0 in all the cases, finally we can print yes. But in the third input, we were able to see that there was a character which wasn't referencing anything. So in order to print no in those cases, we are checking whether the string length of S1 is equal to n. So the n is nothing but the string length of S2. So if the string length of S1 is equal to string length of S2, we would be printing yes, because every word would be having a unique referencing character. And if it is not, then we are printing no. Now let us give sample test cases for our program. So now I have given the sample input 1 and our expected output is yes. So we are also getting yes as our output. And now for the sample input 2, our expected output is no. So we are also getting no. For sample input 3 also we have to get no as our output. So we are also getting no. So this is the logic behind today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.